Careful about that. I swear I'm going to fix this during the meeting. Okay. So, our next guest. You guys have heard of Robotech and Macross, right? Well, these much-loved series are currently celebrating its 25th year. Our next guest is here to help with that celebration, and what better person to do that than someone who was a long-time otaku and computer geek before it was cool. I personally think it's always been cool, but okay. Personally, I've always, let's see here. This gentleman's fan website, Robotech.com, has grown into a cultural hub of the anime scene, so much that it even has fan sites. This year he's touring the nation in celebration of Robotech's quarter-centennial, but Acen is more than just Robotech.com. He's an Acen veteran who's given panels, not only on Robotech, but also on topics we have really no clue about. Actually, I was wondering what he was talking about in last year's catfight discussion on girls of anime. I trust him that much. Maybe he's so fun because he's in touch with his inner child. After all, nowadays he works on the same show he used to love so much as a kid. Before, he could only watch Lynn sing to victory whenever he could get his hands on the newest release. Now, he sits in the studio with the hotshots making the latest Robotech games. Not only that, but he's sure to share what he does and loves with fans and you, and that is why you love him. He's that kid who followed his passions to doing a job he truly loves, laughing. Folks, I give you Mr. Steve Young.
Hey everybody, my name's Steve. I'm here representing Harvey Gold. For Robotech's 25th anniversary, we're going to be talking about everything that's been going on lately, including the live-action movie of Robotech being produced by Warner Brothers. Also, later on this evening, not this evening, but tomorrow, who likes robots here? Who's a nerd? Alright, we're going to have one of the nerdiest panels ever. We're going to be having a panel where we argue about which robot would win in a fight tomorrow evening. Yes, and the whole time I'm going to be making fun of you guys. Also, an even nerdier panel after that, we're going to be arguing about which girl from anime would win in a fight. And we're going to have judges from the audience come up, and then they're going to vote, and they're going to argue about girls, and then at the whole end of the evening, we're going to realize we wasted our time when we could have been doing something more or less nerdy. Also, how many of you here, I guess, grew up on anime in the 80s? Anyone? Okay. I have a little bit of bad news. Unfortunately, I don't know if all of you know, but Carl Macek passed away a few weeks ago. Carl Macek was the original producer of Robotech. He's also the person who brought Akira to the US, and for a lot of us in the anime industry who are working at anime companies now and are running anime conventions now, Carl Macek and the anime that he brought to the US are the reason that we're in the anime industry now. We grew up on it and we were like, wow, I want to know more about it. And so we became fans of anime back in the 80s, and now, you know, after watching, you know, what we called Japanese cartoons back then, we got into the anime industry, worked at anime distributors, you know, started anime conventions. And so you could say Carl Macek was the single person most responsible for anime's popularity in the US. So because he just recently passed away, Anime Central and I spoke together, and we thought it would be nice if we could have, you know, I'm going to ask you guys to indulge us here a little bit, but I was wondering if we could have a little moment of silence for Carl Macek right now. So let's have a little moment of silence. So tomorrow we're going to be having the Robotech panel, and if you want to know more about Carl Macek, we'll also be talking about his legacy, other animes that he brought to the US, and so you can get an idea for how anime became popular in the US in the 80s back then. So hopefully I'll see you guys there tomorrow, so have fun!